Welcome to the live. This is Jasmine, and I'm back with another video. So, I'm be taking live questions. Really, I'm gonna talk about the transits. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything. I'm gonna do a collective, take live questions, talk about the transits right now. Because this Venus retrograde, like, where does it fall in your chart? I feel like Venus retrograde affects you how it falls in your chart. Because it's the truth. And I'm eating, but I need to be more consistent with these videos like I used to be, so. When my audience was growing and booming, you hear me? So, period. We're gonna come back doing them every Thursday whenever I can, whenever I'm not working, busting my ass. Okay? And so what? And so on and so forth, or whatever. So, let me charge my iPad. With this Venus retrograde, if you're in the Facebook group, we've already talked about it a little bit. I posted videos about it on the topic or whatever. But oh yeah, the line. My mind is skipping all over the place too. The Lionsgate portal we just had. Did y'all manifest anything for the Lionsgate portal? Did y'all write anything out and make it plain? Okay, what's tea? What's good? Also, so boom, back to the Venus retrograde, right? What a lot of people don't talk about during Venus retrograde is that this may not be the time to do any major cosmetic changes. Because Venus definitely rules beauty and looks, right? So, I've been seeing, as of course I'm an esthetician, I've been seeing a lot in my groups, like where people have new clients and their skin is lifting, or they tried an eyebrow tint for the first time and it was too dark and they didn't like it and they want their money back, or like little stuff. Like, it's not really advised right now to try any major changes to your looks during the Venus retrograde, honey. And Venus retrograde goes into September 3rd. The craziest part about this Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde combo, right? From my observation, it ends September 3rd. Virgo season starts. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of tea coming out Virgo season. Like, people starting to sober up. And they start to work on their daily routine, right? So whoever you spend it every day with throughout this Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde pre-shadow, that may change, or like things may be illuminated during Virgo season also. This September, be really mindful of your health. I mean, like, always be mindful of your health, but I feel like people may be discovering different things even towards the end of August, y'all. I'm not going to predict anything bad. Just be mindful. Because during Mercury retrograde, right? So, like, into October, we talking about. Into October, things are going to become more clear. A lot of times during Mercury retrograde, and it's so crazy because the universe is really vicious with this. How there's so many pregnant women right now. Rihanna just gave birth. Lindsay Lohan's pregnant. Miss Vaughn's pregnant. Lauren Geraldo's pregnant. Ciara's pregnant. Who else, man? Rochelle's pregnant. Latoya's pregnant. Latoya forever. It's a lot of people that's pregnant, bro. Even in your personal life, you probably know people that's pregnant. Long story short, it's a lot of pregnant people. And it's like relationships are being tested throughout this Venus retrograde. Then the Mercury retrograde comes, and that rules information. So Geminis and Virgos probably having a hard time. Geminis, Virgos, Taurus, and Libra probably having a real hard time right now. And if you have those placements, like if you're a Libra with a Taurus moon and like a Virgo rising, bitch. It's not funny to laugh at anybody's pain. It's not. But goddamn, this food is so good. But yeah, up until October, it should be pretty rough. But Libra should be having their way, to be honest. I feel like things are going to start picking up around Libra season. The October Libras, not the September Libras. Please make sure you like the video also. Like the video, especially if you want to get a reading later on. Just make sure you like the video before you type your question. Or whatever. But anyway, I digress. Oh yeah, also if you're new, please go ahead and subscribe. You ate that really fast. You done your burger already? You never eat that fast. You must have been real hungry. Why you didn't say nothing? You was that hungry? You can have some chocolate. You can have that chocolate that we got tonight. That was in your backpack?
Yeah, I put it over here.
Okay, that's fine. But what was I saying? You want my fries?
No, thank you.
Okay.
You want my fries?
No, thank you. No, thank you. But yeah, so things should start picking up during Libra season because Mercury retrograde, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini, and you know, in retrograde, we're rethinking things, reestablishing better communication patterns with the people that we love, and just in general, probably in the workplace is going to be very significant during September as we look at like in Virgo season or whatever, and then we come out of it. That's another thing people have been saying. Y'all, like 5 people quit at my job. It's crazy. Like 5 people quit. People are changing their careers. Something is in Aries. What? I need to look at a chart because something is in Aries. It is making everybody think about themselves and what they want and what their no, Saturn is in Pisces. But something is in Aries. I don't know. I feel like there's something significant going on with Aries. I need to look at the current transits or whatever. But yeah, people are definitely. I gotta put myself first, Lucius, and quit their jobs. Career changing. But yeah, so things should be clearing up. Communication should be clearing up, and things should be more obvious of like what's happening. Like the delusion should be over around October 3rd, right? I say all that to say this. It's people relationships being tested, or people getting back with people that they shouldn't be with, or like Mercury retrograde is one thing, but Venus retrograde exasperates it, and it's just like I feel like it's a lot of illusions. It's giving 7 of Cups energy, or like love bombing, gaslighting energy. But I feel like people's relationships are being tested, but at the same time, people are revealing who they truly are. Like, let people do what they want to do so you can see what they rather do. And that shows you a lot about their character. And it's like a lot of people, like Lizzo, right? You're able to see that they don't stand on what they say they stand on. That's on a celebrity scale, but even on a personal scale. Look at the people around you that genuinely have no integrity in the way that they move. And you're going to see that in a lot of different ways. Especially with Mercury retrograde, it's like, damn, like, you don't have no code. That's crazy. Because a lot of it is going to be the people that sit up there and act like they got a code, but they don't. Or act like they stand on so much principle or so much integrity, and they don't. They perpetrate it. And that's what the energy is giving. Or like with that Aries energy, it's like really coming from selfishness or like self-focused, putting yourself first, being self-centered, being selfish. Okay, it really comes from being selfish. are only concerned with one's own personal gain or whatever. And I feel like that's going to be highlighted. But I feel like people need to be paying attention to that. Not just on a bigger scale, but in their personal lives as well. And it just really feels like things are going to be moving towards October, bro. I can't stop saying that. So to everybody, and it's crazy because they say if your relationship lasts out this Venus retrograde, then you have a very strong relationship or whatever. But really, if it lasts out through Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, honey, without you foot tracking that man and leaving your shoes under his bed to make sure you can always come back, okay? Without you putting a little bit of blood in his spaghetti. Without any type of manipulation, if your relationship stands the test of time throughout this time period, then we have a really strong bond. But it's crazy that so many women are like pregnant right now. This is my medicine, honey. I have to take it with food. No. I don't care what you thought it was. I told you what it is. Don't say nothing crazy just because you got an audience. It's not your time. Okay? Go ahead and sit down. Back to what I was saying. So boom, right? Your relationship withstanding a test of time. Restructuring how you communicate. Rethinking maybe the plans that you have individually and as a unit. Right, because we talked about that selfishness and being able to put yourself first and being able to put your needs first, but also rethinking how you communicate and restructuring. Even I'm feeling like it's the energy of like roles, or like it's like rethinking like who's stronger at what and how do they play their part better in that position, kind of thing. Like if there's somebody who makes a whole bunch of reckless purchases, why are they the accountant in a relationship? If there's somebody who has very little to no self-discipline, same thing. Why are they the accountant in a relationship? If there's somebody who, okay, wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight, why are they the protector? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you got really bad eyesight, why are you the shooter? All right, it's just like, let's rethink that. Let's restructure it so that our team is stronger, kind of thing. And then let's find better ways to communicate. And I feel like this can be really, really good for relationships if you're already in a relationship. But if you've been on and off with somebody for a long time and y'all get back together, I feel like this will definitely highlight where your weaknesses are or where you need to grow, right? To be more selfish, to love yourself more, to have more respect for yourself with the Aries energy. Because with Saturn and Pisces, it's definitely given like look at how your delusions are stopping you from reaching your responsibilities. Okay, how are you like approaching your responsibilities? How have you been approaching your responsibilities from a very delusional standpoint? How have you been prioritizing poorly? Thank you. And that's self accountability, because these are rhetorical questions that you could be asking yourself or realizing about yourself throughout this time. But that's the kind of energy that we're in. Then, like I said, towards the end of the Venus retrograde, with Virgo season, you put that into action, especially like in your love life first. Like, how do you change your daily habits, your daily affirmations to take better care of your inner life? Once the changes become clear to you, what you need to do in order to become a more successful person or a more whole, happy person, open yourself in your relationship, how are you taking steps within your daily life in order to achieve that? Please put that back in the plastic bag. And that's a lot to think of. I am going to get into this karmic energy. It feels like with this retrograde, it's a lot of karmic energy. But thank God it's just 2 retrogrades. And I'd love to get a chart. So, hopefully while I was eating, my iPad was able to charge. It was. And I'm going to be able to get a chart up and actually look at the transits for right now. Let's see. Let us take a look. Put my phone on the charger. Okay, Bruno. Wow, this is have to. Oh my gosh, it has to. Thank you. It has to update right now. That's crazy. Maybe I could just Google current transits while my app updates. There's an energy of like punishment or like reward or like beating yourself up. Like how do you or like accountability or whatever like being highlighted. Like do you feel like accountability means that you have to completely beat yourself up? Do you feel like accountability is an excuse for you to like talk down on yourself or whatever, and like how does that affect people outside of you? Like a lot of people that are hard on other people, they're very, very hard on themselves. It's something like I'm intuitively picking up where it's like people are being forced to look at that. Like, what does accountability actually mean? What is the definition of accountability? Does it mean to sit up there and beat yourself up and beat other people up for their mistakes, or does it mean like, all right, I did this wasn't the right way to do it, and I am living with the accountability of having made that decision by my life being like this, so therefore I own up to it, therefore I show up and I do whatever is necessary in order to fix this. Because it doesn't have to involve like somebody wants to punish someone as a form of accountability, and punishment and accountability, they're not synonyms. Like Google it. I don't know. Like the energy of like Google it. They're not the same. Like why do you treat accountability and punishment like they're the same thing? It's weird. A lot of people try to escape accountability because they feel like it means punishment. It literally just means own up to what you got going on. And it doesn't have to, like, I don't know. It's just a very like, it's like toxic masculine ideals or something like that. It's just, that's what it's given. Like like how you treat yourself is how you treat others. If you're that hard on yourself, then it's just hard to believe how you are with other people. I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense to who it's supposed to make sense to. Alright, so for August, for tomorrow, North Node in Aries. That's what it is. That makes sense. So the North Node is in Aries. I was about to say, I knew it was some sort of energy that's like pushing people forward. And it's selfish energy. It's the North Node. It's the guiding star. So the North Node is currently in Aries, which means, for those of y'all who don't speak astrology, the North Node is your destiny of how, like, where you're supposed to be headed towards in life. And I feel like with the North Node currently, for the current transits being in Aries, this explains a lot of the career changes or people like suddenly changing their jobs, because people want to put their best foot forward. People want to step towards their passions. If you feel like you're not passionate about what you're doing, if you feel like it doesn't excite you, or if you just genuinely feel like it doesn't serve you, like yourself, then you're going to move out of that. That's what that is. Venus is in Leo, the sun is in Leo, right? Venus is retrograde. Saturn is retrograde. Neptune is retrograde. Pluto was retrograde. Mercury has yet to go retrograde, but Mercury is in Virgo. And it's crazy because Mercury in Virgo, Mercury is at home in Virgo. It's very precise, it's very direct. But we are in a pre-shadow period right now where the energy is starting to go backwards. It's starting to get into that retrograde energy where it starts to be turned inward. But it's crazy that it's in Virgo right now because the communication is clear, even if with Venus in retrograde the relationship isn't. You get what I'm saying? A clear, unless it's a clear yes, it's a clear no. That's the energy that I'm getting. Also, as it like relates to work too. If it's not a clear yes, it's a clear no. And it's like the way that people are communicating without actually saying anything, or it's giving passive aggression, right? But I feel like Saturn and Pisces, Neptune and Pisces energy, Venus and retrograde in Leo. It's giving delusion. I don't know how else to put it. It's giving very much delusion. It's giving delusion. It's giving how you taking a look and seeing how it is that you self-sabotage with your daily habits, how it is that you self-sabotage with your goals that you have, and like what is distracting you from your goals. Neptune and Pisces retrograde is giving relapse. It feels like relapse energy. Neptune is at home in Pisces. Retrograde is almost like so much introspection to the point where you need to escape yourself, but you can't escape yourself, and the only way that you do it is through a substance. All right. So check on your people with that energy. Venus retrograde in Leo. This is the biggest energy that we're here to talk about, right? Sun in Leo. It's 3 degrees. It's 3 degrees away from each other. With Lilith also in Leo. Okay, we're not gonna talk about Lilith today. With the sun in Leo, that illuminates a lot of things. So I feel like, especially for the crystal girls, we can see like how this is playing out before it plays out. The sun card is Leo energy. People say it all the time when they're reading cards. The sun card represents Leo. Look, King of Wands, Leo energy. What is it that how is it that you're investing your time? Thank you, Spirit. And how is it, who is on your team? Thank you. And how are you betraying yourself by not being focused, by not putting yourself first, by not taking the steps that you need to in order to be successful? It's given like, what are your bad habits? Again, like I said, with Neptune and Pisces, what are your addictions? Could it be, I'm getting that Kanye West song. Is it money? Is it girls? Is it weed? I've been afflicted with not one, not two, but all three. Ooh, excuse me. She's got the same thing about me, but more about us. It's delusion. It's that delusional energy where you're like escapism and and it's like if you have someone that like you from your past, a past relationship where y'all used to do these things together, please be very mindful of that person coming back, especially if you know that they haven't changed, drawing you back into old habits or back into things that are not serving your highest good, just to be able to escape your problems or be able to escape your thoughts right now. Something may be too real. With this Mercury and Virgo being our Mercury and Virgo, Sun and Leo, something is illuminated. It's like it's too real to speak about, and somebody may want to like shelter themselves or hide away from it by using substances. All right, let's see. I want to go to September 3rd, but I'm gonna stay on today. But the moon is currently in Gemini. Yeah. That's giving moon in Gemini, Mercury and Virgo. It's giving very direct emotions and communication. It's like where it shouldn't be any confusion. People are like making shit more complicated than it is. Like, no, like, because they're holding on to things. It's like trying to make something into what you want it to be. Honey, that's so, oh my gosh. I feel like, but the thing about it is, I feel like as delusional as people try to be, they can't escape the feeling of them knowing that something is not right. So they may try to like drink it away, smoke it away, just so that they can force themselves to stay in this delusional state. And it's like, bro, you know, like Neptune and Pisces is very intuitive. Like you feel it. Neptune and Pisces is very intuitive. Sun and Leo, very clear. Mercury and Virgo, very clear. You see it. Mars and Virgo, you see it, but you don't want to accept it. So you're willing to numb yourself in order to pretend that it's something else, even if it gives you pleasure just for the moment. But I feel like yeah, like not even just a crystal girl, see where things are going. A lot of people can see that this isn't meant for them, or yeah, this is karmic or whatever, but they turn a blind eye to it because it feels good, or it feels familiar, or it's something that they're used to. Don't forget to like the video, y'all. Yeah. Rushing into things. What else for the collective energy? Yes, mind games. And that Eight of Swords energy. Thank you, Spirit. That Eight of Swords energy, because Mercury, like I said, Mercury and Virgo, Moon and Gemini. This is very much mercurial energy. You are in your mind. These mind games are self-inflicted. But it's like you can't ignore the downloads. The downloads are coming in and you're acting like you're so confused about what's going on, but you're not. She can easily get herself out of this, like, somebody may actually be going to prison too. Okay? Just a word to the wise. Or be like locked up or tied somehow. Anyway, this person is choosing to be stuck in a situation where there's mind games. Or like this is like somebody choosing to believe lies when they know the truth. Because the information is there. Look, Tower energy. The truth comes in like crazy. Tower with the Knight of Swords. That's very quick, like downloads, like something comes in. Somebody could be locked up out of nowhere too. Yes. It's like the pain of like knowing like, oh, something's about to end, or something's not working, or somebody's playing mind games. Is like I'm saying, like somebody just wants to numb it out. Yep. Because of that selfish energy. Is this really serving you? That's like the cycle has closed, or like the cycle has closed, especially as it pertains to like ex-boyfriends or ex-friends or whatever. It's like you already see this person as a snake, but you may just really enjoy you just really miss their company. But it's like, are you comfortable with them? But how are you, like, you can't really, are you really comfortable with them anymore? Like maybe at one point you were, but can you really relax around this person? No, because you already know that they can't be trusted. You can see that. But wanting to go back and wanting to engage in these mind games or like this manipulation or whatever and act like you don't know, that doesn't serve you. Yeah. Yeah, honey. Apologies here. The Page of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Apologies. People coming back to apologize. Yeah, this could also deal with family, right? Certain family members you can't trust. Right? The King of Cups with the two up with the Lover's card. Yeah. It's like also making a decision, because we talked about how relationships can be strengthened at this time. Also, some relationships are coming back around. Look, apologies. Yes. Some people, it's like if you've ever heard a reading where it's like, oh, your ex is coming back to stop you from moving on because they know you're a good person. We've all heard readings like that. If you watch tarot, I'm pretty sure you've heard a reading like that before. It's like, oh, your ex is coming back because they don't want you to move on from them, but there's somebody new in your life that could be your wish fulfillment, okay? But it's like you have to make that choice. You have to be wise about it. Do you stay in your comfort zone with somebody that you know that's playing mind games with you that you can't trust? or do you move forward with something new? Now, keep in mind, anything new, like I would say, like if you just met someone new in Venus retrograde, no. But if this is like a new, like if this is something new where it's like, okay, the last 6 months, the last 3 months, this is still new, but you didn't just meet this person, that may be what it's talking about. High Priestess, exactly. That's spirit letting me know. Like it's not brand new, but it's still new. Like it's still not that relationship that you've been on and off with for 2 years. It's somebody that you may have met 6 months ago. You feel me? It's new, but it's not brand new. You didn't meet them yesterday or last week or anytime within the transit. But yes, bro. The King and Queen of Swords. The King and Queen of Swords with the Ace of Swords in the middle and the Devil card. Air sign energy. Right? Mercurial energy. These are two people that are very wise. They're very intelligent. They're cold towards each other, but they're very clear. You see how that Queen of Swords is looking at the Ace of Swords and it's in between her and this man? They're cutting something off. The King and Queen of Swords are normally looked at as divorced, and it's like because there's a toxic tie here. Things that you know are toxic, but they may get you like clout or attention or whatever. But again, here's that Leo, here's that Sun and Leo energy, right? You can clearly see the things of the past for what they are. But certain situations make you comfortable. It's karmic. Thank you, Lord. Some things are you can clearly see that they're karmic, but you may miss this person, or you like their energy, or you miss how things used to be. But it's like, to be real, that's not how things are anymore. And then it's crazy that we have the Two of Pentacles out here with the Queen of Cups. So it's like the King and Queen of Cups are out here, and the King and Queen of Swords are here. So it's giving, again, with the Lovers card, it's two different dynamics. But the Nine of Wands, the Death card, and the Knight of Cups. Being guarded towards situations that are dead, or being guarded towards transforming situations when people come back to apologize. Also, this can be read as with the Nine of Wands, the Death card, and the Knight of Cups. Being really mindful, or like, because it's crazy. It's given like because somebody from the past hurt you, you're very guarded. All right, some people may be guarded towards things changing, or like like it's kind of like better the devil you know. Like I'd rather deal with somebody that I know what they're about than to meet somebody new. But that's such a scarcity mindset. It's like rejecting new love because it could hurt me, where I'm gonna stay with this person, or rejecting a new path that could hurt me because I'm gonna stay with a person that I know is gonna hurt me. It's really toxic. That's what it's giving. It's giving toxic. It's giving toxic. Like better the devil you know. Like I already know what this person is capable of. I know how far they're gonna go. I know what to expect from this person. So instead of starting over, I'd rather be around them. But you know you can't trust them. And you know, and it's just like somebody's like, oh well, that's that delusional energy. That's that delusional. The universe is calling this to your attention because you have a decision to make. Follow what it is that you're passionate about, or follow what it is. Look, this person has the world in their hand. And I feel like that's the energy. Somebody doesn't realize that they have the world in their hand. You can take a new path, and it's very much giving negative self-talk. All right, North Node of Aries, negative self-talk, negative self-beliefs, right? With the Two of Cups here, it talks about, again, choices. What are the choices that you're making? Commitments. What are the choices that you're making in order to live a healthier lifestyle? Or are you just, like, I'm afraid that this new person is going to hurt me in ways that this other person, like, I know what this person is going to do. And it's like you stay in an area that's comfortable for you, even though you know that it's toxic and that the cycle has been over, right? Like, it's even with family members or friends. It's like, you know daggone well that this situation is over. You know daggone well that this person is toxic. You know daggone well that they're cold to you. Look, you know that it's over. So it's like, well, the fear of not wanting to start anything new. You're like, you know, this person is playing my games. You know, this cycle has been over. And this is, I'm feeling the energy also, specifically of friendships. Like, you know, daggone well, this person that stabbed you in the back before, right? Because, you know, the Three of Swords definitely talks about third party situations. So it's giving me like somebody, somebody like, yeah, Seven of Swords. Somebody may have set you up or something, or they were gonna set you up. Yeah, like they were working with somebody, or like they put somebody, like it's like a third energy, like they put somebody over you that wasn't a good friend to them, but they were still like really loyal to that person um no matter how good you were to them. They still put this other person who never really came to their aid when they needed them first, or something like that. Something where it's like, it's disloyal. You know, this person is disloyal, and that you're always been more loyal to this person than they've been to you, while they put people that didn't really fuck with them like that over you, and then came to you and complained that these people were doing the things. And it's just like, okay, well, you didn't choose me. Like, you didn't choose me. You chose to put yeah, look, nine of swords energy. It's like you put in somebody else first, and they put in somebody else first that don't put them first. And that's crazy. You know? Yes, working with other people, prioritizing other people, collaborating with other people. And then when they don't get chosen, that's their karma, that's their justice. But then they want to come back to you because they know that you're the reliable friend. All that is Venus retrograde energy. It's not just about love. It's not just about that man. It's coming from all angles. Some people are going to realize just how bad their pick-me-ism is. It's like, everything is not about a man, girl. Goddamn. Everything is not about a man. Sheesh. It'd be family members. It'd be friends. It'd be a whole bunch of other different situations that could be relevant here. But healing. Right? Recognizing the truth about these situations, putting up proper boundaries, and healing these situations that may keep you up at night, or that may cause anxiety about whether or not you can trust this person, whether or not you should let this person back in your life, whether or not you should even continue to speak with them, or whatever. Setting up boundaries and being able to heal from that is very important. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Yep, independence. Looking out to the future, making better decisions. Yes, using your intuition and better choices. Look, it's all coming out. It's all coming out just like that. I'll probably be back, but yeah, be mindful of people who come back. And this is again, it's emphasizing long-standing relationships. Something about clout too. Like, be mindful of people who come back and apologize because they see you got clout, or they see that, or like you want to accept their apology because they have clout or something like that. But it's like deep down you know that you cannot trust this person. Like, this person may have been, like, you may have known this person since childhood or a very long time, or, you know, whatever, 7 years. 7 years is significant, or longer. But it's like, or you met this person when you were like 7 years old, or like 7th grade, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know damn well you can't trust this person. Could be your own mother, all right? But it's like you hold back from these people because, oh my gosh, you know they be sneaky and playing mind games. You already know what type of time these people are on. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And don't feel like you have to. And look, this Knight of Wands energy, people coming in and out of your life. Like, they left, like, when y'all stop dealing for a reason. So be mindful of people coming back. All sorts of people. Not just romantic. It could be friendships. It could be family members. People have shown you who they are already. Don't be delusional. Don't be so willing to go back into your comfort zone that you stop using your brain. You already know what these people are about. And if you genuinely believe in yourself, or you stand on some type of code, or you have some type of self-worth or self-value, it's time to stand on that right now. Like, do you feel like you deserve better? Do you feel like you are worthy of relationships where people are reciprocal with you? It's not even about putting you on a pedestal or kissing your ass. If you're willing to do something for somebody that they're not willing to do for you, why are they in your energy? And I understand everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. That's not what I'm talking about. Don't be delusional. If somebody not stepping for you the way that you're stepping for them, and they have never stepped for you the way that you step for them, and they are perfectly capable of stepping for other people the way that you want them to. You see them stepping for other people the way that you wish they would step for you, and they don't do that, but you step for them. You see that. Don't ignore that. Stand on your principles and just, put up boundaries and heal moving forward. Ain't nobody saying be bitter or whatever, or hold a grudge or whatever, but be very mindful of that. Take a second and be introspective. Sit in that feeling. How did you feel when they breadcrumbed you and they put other people above you? Where they gave you the bare minimum while they sat up there and did the most for people that wouldn't even spit on them if they was on fire. How did that make you feel? Friendships, work relationships, family, lovers, all of that stuff. These people are coming back, and a lot of them are coming back because they see you got clout, they see you doing good, or whatever, or vice versa. It could be you doing that to these people. But that's what it's giving. That's the energy. I'm gonna leave y'all alone for this week. I may come back later, or I may just go live in the Facebook group. So make sure, if you're not already in the Facebook group, that you go ahead and add the Facebook group. There are 2 different Facebook groups. There's an African American Facebook group, and there's an everybody group. I'm gonna be going live in the African American group tonight. All right, if I do go live later, or I'll be going live here, or I'll be doing both. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. That was a collective reading. I'm not doing personal questions. May do those in the Facebook group. Okay. All right, so until next time, guys, vibrate high. Peace.